Well, hello, welcome back to my channel. So this hair is from Sunber and we're gonna bleach it, point blank period. Hi best friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Sin, or you could call me Ayani, and I'm making customized wigs. So today we're gonna go through the whole process of me making a wig and coloring it. Okay, so this video is gonna be divided into two because it is a process. Okay, it's a lot. So basically what I did was, this is my stocking cap. This is extremely too big for me, so I altered it, and that's the reason why it's lapped in the front. All right, so that's basically what I did. That part is going to get cut off when I cut off the material underneath the closure. So I just made it to fit the size of my actual head, and so I'm gonna pull down the closure a ½ inch. I'm gonna pin her in place, and I am going to sew her down with my needle and thread. This is a curved needle. This is a weaving needle, all right? And I like to use nylon thread to do this. I'm speeding this video up because I have so many videos showing you guys how to do this, all right? And I'm doing also because this video is long. Okay, so you definitely want to take your curved needle with your nylon thread. I love to use nylon. Nylon is very sturdy. Okay, it doesn't break and it doesn't knot up like cotton do. And you want to make sure you put a knot at the end of your thread. I don't know why a lot of you guys are asking me why your thread is slipping out of your needles. It's because you're not knotting it. So best friends, y'all need to knot it. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and sew the closure down. Now typically I like to do this last. Like, I like to trace out the closure where it sits on my frontal, on my wig cap or mesh cap, and then I like to sew my tracks on first. I just feel like it just maneuvers in the small area of my sewing machine better. But anyway, while I'm doing this, let's talk about the hair. So I use Bodywave hair from Sunber. The longest length I have is a 28, and I received 4 bundles, but I use all 4 bundles for this. Because I was using all 4 bundles for this, I doubled all of my tracks. All right, so I can fit them in easier and faster. I like to work smarter, not harder. You guys will always hear me say that. So now let's do my guidelines. Now I know I have 4 bundles, and I want to add all 4 bundles in there because I am bleaching it, and I want to make sure that this wig is thick, you know. So everybody always overthink guidelines. Don't overthink guidelines. I use the method like this. If you are doubling your tracks, you're going to get at least 3 rows out of it, right? If you are singling your tracks, you're going to get at least 6 rows out of it, like when you're sewing it onto your mesh cap or your dome cap. So you got to think of it like that. Just make sure, if you don't know how much hair to use, just go and do 1 track at a time until you like mentally know how much hair to use and how many tracks to work with. Because, you know, like a lot of people were asking me, like, how do you know how many lines to put? And it's just like, for me, I make wigs so much for customers and everything like that. Like, I just know how many tracks a bundle will give me, especially if I'm doubling it or singling it. So, but even if you double it, you're not going to see gappage because the tracks literally sit on top of each other, and yeah, you're not going to see it. And if you single it, you're going to cut off like your stretching, you're going to cut off the room that you have to stretch your cap off. So that's the reason why you want that space in between the tracks, is because it allows you to have that stretch. All right, so let's get into the sewing machine. Now, you guys know I love my Singer. Let me know down below if you've seen my how to make a wig video. I have 4 of them on my channel. So 2 handmade and 2 sewing machine made, I believe. So let me know which ones have you seen, and did you learn anything? Have you used that method, and how did your wigs turn out? Let me know that down below in the comment section, and yeah, let's start a conversation down there. But basically, it literally takes me 15 minutes to make a wig now, and I will never go back to hand making a wig ever. But I have one coming up, but it's for a purpose. It's for a giveaway. But yeah, the cat's out the bag. But anyway, so what I did first was I sewed down the closure with the sewing machine because we don't want that to move. And then now I am going to double all of my tracks. So this is how I double my tracks. And it's super easy. Just lay the tracks on top of each other. And I'm using the zigzag method. And I am just going to double it all the way through. And once I doubled my tracks, I am going to sew everything onto my dome cap. So if you guys are interested to see how I make my wigs in depth, either if it's with my hands or my sewing machine, you can definitely go in my video library and just search. They're not far away, and you can just watch those videos. I will try to leave them at the iCard or at the end of this video, but they're very detailed, super detailed, and you will definitely learn a lot when it comes to making a wig, either with your sewing machine or by hand. And if you're doing it with the sewing machine, it'll definitely teach you how to use your sewing machine. So now that my wig is made, I am going to go in and just divide it from half, the top half and the lower half. And I'm going to use my 30 volume developer with my quick blue. And I always buy gallon sizes because I use it so much. And I'm just going to go in and slap this bleach on it, okay? So I'm going to bleach the like half of the weft first, because I just feel like that's the hardest part to apply the bleach on, because you want to make sure that everything is heavily saturated. You always want to oversaturate if you're doing a high lift. So you make sure you oversaturate your hair. You don't want your hair to be dry, because if it dries out, it's going to stop processing. Alright, so you want a consistency that's on the verge of like some pancake batter. Like, it's very smooth. It's still liquidy, but it's not too thick. That's what you're looking for, okay? So I'm gonna put the bleach all over the weft area, and I'm gonna drag it down a little bit, and I'm gonna do that for the entire bottom half. And after I do that, I'm gonna go in with my hands, and I'm gonna just massage the bleach into the rest of the mid shaft and the ends of the hair. And that's the easiest way. You can literally get done bleaching your entire wig in like 15 to 20 minutes. So after I have the bleach applied to the bottom section, I am going to take some saran wrap. I like to use saran wrap so I can see it processing, okay? And I will always tell you guys, you need to watch your hair when you're bleaching, because different elements will affect the way that your hair bleach. Your hair could affect the way that your hair bleach. The temperature in your room could affect the way that your hair bleach. So I'm not going to tell you how long to keep it on there, girl. Watch your hair. That's the best advice I could give you, because if I tell you I left the bleach on my hair for 45 minutes, and if you leave the bleach on for 45 minutes and your room is hot, your hair is going to over process. Or if you leave the bleach on and your hair in your room is cold, it's not going to process as high as mine lifts. So you just need to watch your hair. All right, so this is how my hair has lifted. It's to a good shade, and so I'm not going to tone this at all because I'm going in with green, and I use Clover from Adore, and I actually used 3 bottles of this, and I poured it in my water, my hot water from the sink, and I just mixed it all together. I made sure that them bottles was empty because that color is $5 a bottle, and I'm gonna use every single last drop of color to make sure that this hair is fully saturated with this green. Okay, so you guys actually requested me to do this green color, so I just did it because you guys asked. So the reason why I don't have to tone my hair, because we're using green, and green and yellow are on the same color spectrum. So yeah, we're good with that. So you're not gonna see any yellows. But like if I was to use blue and I had yellow hair, my hair would turn green. So you definitely have to watch that. So I'm gonna just let it sit in for 15 minutes. Now my lace did get stained, and I fixed that after I, recorded when I washed my hair again. And I used my color oops method to remove the stains that was on my lace, because Adore is very saturated, high in pigment. That's the reason why it takes so well when it comes to color, especially watercolor. And so my lace did get stained. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see the next video of me styling my hair and doing a root, because I ended up deciding to do a root with this method, this color, because I just was not about that life when it came to like full green hair. I feel like if I was going to do full green hair, I would need a frontal, not a closure, because I would need my edges. So yeah, so anyway, stay tuned for part 2, because there's a part 2 video of me curling my hair, doing a root, and all of that stuff. So until next time, bye best friends.